and that it's not fully charity. So these are the experiments that have to be tried, and these are the experiments we're trying. Ironically, again, what I've seen, the crazy thing is, significant amount of budget that non-profits get, and you know how difficult it is to raise funding for a small org, are spent on building technology. Oh, I want this donor management system, I want this CRM, I want this volunteering management system, and they get fleeced by vendors. And they lose tens of lakhs, 50-60% of their entire budgets on software projects that never get anywhere. So it's not that there's no money, it's just that 90% of the money is already wasted. But to solve problems with the right choice of the right kind of service providers, the right kind of existing free and open source technologies that you can adopt, stitching them together, it can be done at 1/10 the price without having an army of programmers. So there is some hope. I'm a pessimist in general. I'm a high-functioning pessimist, especially with climate change. But there is hope here, I think. And this hope has been built on a lot of experiments over the last 4+ years. And based on, so we're building that body of evidence. So it's a capacity problem. We just have to figure out ways to solve that capacity problem. It's not a tech problem. All the technology exists out there. You just need people who know what to use for what problems, how to bring them together.
I think the other thing that might be missing in the ecosystem in terms of this mapping or matching are the right set of people that can speak both languages.
Absolutely.
So you've got a non-profit that is saying we want X, Y, and Z in terms of articulating their needs, but they're not speaking the language of the engineer or the coder. And similarly, the other side may say, yeah, of course, it's obvious, there are these 5 things available, but then they don't fully understand the context. And so there might be an opportunity also, and I don't know if OASIS does this, it sounds amazing.
It's a part of the plan for sure. You need people who speak both sides, because generally techies tend to have a very tech-first solution, like I used to have. Oh, there's a social problem, I immediately build this piece of software and solve that social problem. And even if somebody offers you a solution, how does a non-profit or a social sector org say yes to it? They don't have the understanding. So you need that whole layer, small group of people who can do this translation. And you don't need an army of people for this, because most or many social sector orgs have the same set of recurring problems, fundamentally: knowledge management, data management, visualization, donor management, finance management, all kinds of things, right? And once you have some success stories, the rest can just be replicated very easily with this particular set of technologies. So that's why I'm hopeful. You don't need tens of thousands of people. You just need 100 people who do this with 500 orgs or 100 orgs, and then it can be replicated across.